This is a cutthroat trout, native to Utah. Beautiful fish, fly in the bubble fishing at its best. Right in the fall, just wonderful fishing. Great way to get introduced to fishing with a fly in a bubble. Don't be intimidated by fly fishing. There are parts of it that can be technical, but getting started can be real fun. You can do it on a lake like this, and it can get you started into the thrill of having a fish come up and grab your fly. It's using a bubble, a clear plastic bubble like this, and then you have a snap swivel, and then hooked onto the snap swivel is about 6 feet of leader, and on the leader is a fly. This is a foam fly. These are really good flies to get started with because they float real good, and you can see it has a little bit of red on there. You can see it pretty easily, and then also you can see it when you're reeling it in. You get a V with the bubble, and then you get a V with the fly, and you can often see the fish come right up and take your fly. Sometimes they'll jump at the bubble too. Real fun way to fly fish. To tie this up is really simple. It's a pretty simple process. You take your bubble and you thread the bubble on. Now the bubble has a middle that goes in it, and it pops out. And there's a tapered end. This is the skinnier end. This is the fatter end. And it's important that you put this down because this will pop. This will move, and you can move that out. Now, you can fill this bubble up. That's a real kind of neat feature because you can fill it up. You can fill it all the way up, or you can fill it up about halfway. I've got it just a little less than halfway full. You can really throw it out there, and it keeps the fly floating. We'll show you that in a second. So you put your bubble on with that there again with that skinny end up at the top, like that, and then to tie your snap swivel on. I just tie a real simple overhand knot. Yeah, just loop it like that, and double it over, and then just like you're tying a knot, just loop it like that, and then bring the end of your loop back through, just like you're tying an overhand knot. There we go. Simple as could be. You just got a loop at the end of your line. Now you take your loop and through the eye of your snap swivel, just take it like that. Now you can do this other ways. You can just tie a regular clinch knot or an improved clinch knot. I like to tie the improved clinch knot. They're a little bit more secure. And then take your snap swivel, see how it's like that, and then just take it and bring it back up through the loop in the line. And there you've got that part of it. Now, take your leader, and I've already pre-tied this, but do the same thing. I just tied an overhand loop. We'll snap it on the snap swivel like that. Just make sure it's good and closed. You don't want to lose that fish. Now I'm going to tie something on a little bit different for this lake. I showed you the foam bodies, and they are real good. But this little fly here, this is a good all-around fly. This is it's a stimulator pattern. It can look like a grasshopper. It can look like a caddisfly. Some of the smaller ones look like caddisflies. It's a good all-around pattern. It's kind of a good attractor pattern. So I'm going to tie one of these on. The fish are rising here on this lake, and as I mentioned earlier, this is just a real good little method for fishing a lake and getting the feel of having a fish come up and take your fly, which is just a blast. Okay, so the improved clinch knot, I like to use the pinch method. I'm pinching with both hands like that. And so bring the tag end, that kind of the snaky end of the line, back through the loop. And then back through the line, the loop at the end of the line, and scrunch all of those loops up against the eye of the hook. Kind of pull it tight and pull your tag at the same time so you get Everything's scrunched up right at the end. We're ready to go fly fishing. Let's give it a try.